I thought I'd let you know. Hit the like, subscribe, cause we're feeling good. Street beat, feel the beat, and street beat, feel the beat, and Wall Street. I don't know. It's sick dough and crypto, don't flip dough.
Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto. I hope you liked our intro. If you like making sick dough in crypto, hit that like, hit that subscribe, because you already know we're going on a ride. It's taking us to the moon, and we're going there soon, baby. Let's go. Your cup of coffee, wake up. It is hump day. It's Wednesday morning, crack of dawning, and you need to get started on your day. Yes, that is my own music. I'm tired of copyrights. I'm tired. And yes, I did sell some of my jazz, and got some little crypto sickdo hookup. You digging that intro? That's awesome. We may play that more than once. Where's Wall Street Pete? And it's about time we talk about where we are, where we're going, and what we're doing. So without further ado, please, if you like this kind of stuff, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Without further ado, right into Cardano has a promising future according to Bullish Bank of America. And if you don't know Bank of America, then you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm being silly. Seriously, I'm a little excited about this because I'm holding a big portion of Cardano. So if anyone is interested in a little more of this news, while I believe that to be certainly be the case, Bank of America, that news comes to a form of a 140-page reported title, Digital Assets. So pay attention. They're saying this is only the first inning. That's where we should start in discussing bullish sentiment around Cardano. And what they're saying, they have lots of reasons to remain optimistic about its future over the hard fork of introducing the smart contract. So we're going to talk a lot about this today. There's a lot of reasons why. Decentralized finance is now a $200 billion industry. We're starting to get really big here. This is just today's news, the 13th. So if you are October 13th, and shout out to one of my buddies' birthdays. Wow, I got to say what's up to him. I'm so glad I just seen that. But according to DeFi Llama, the total value locked in DeFi platforms across multiple blockchains has exceeded 200 billion. The majority of this resides on the Ethereum blockchain, but many other blockchains are starting to embrace DeFi too. So it's just a big deal to me as the TVL. So if you ever hear the TVL, the total value locked in these protocols, it's just a metric known. It refers to the dollar of the tokens held in smart contracts in the DeFi protocols. And if you see here, this looks pretty interesting here. It's worth noting of these estimates are not perfect, since such trackers can count the same coins more than once. But the TVL, as we just went over, pay attention to the chart, and it'll tell you there's a 200 billion increase in this industry in the DeFi. It's pretty big, and as they say, DeFi Llama looks at these protocols across multi-blockchains. To this is a quiet wine ranging figure, excuse me. So I wanted to say is we're going to talk about some big news as far as this is concerning. So of course Ethereum is on the big news. It's a big deal. We need to talk more about it going on in the future. But what do I want to talk about now? Still going on the last piece of news, Tezos. And we're going to go over that, and excuse me for not putting that into the title. XTZ is going to do something significant. And since Ethereum introduced the real-world advantages of DeFi space, obviously every developer would want to build their protocol on it. But Ethereum and who? Well, long story short, it was Tezos. They were talking about Ethereum as expected was the first choice. Then the second choice, however, was not Cardano, Solana, or Polkadot. They were talking about going into Tezos. So if you want to read this article, it's kind of exciting what Tezos needs to do to get more than just interest. And it was today's article, and I got excited because I was looking at the tokens outside of the top 15 by market value, have received significant developer interest, talking about blockchain repositories projects on tokens outside of the top 15 by market value. So of organizations, the number is the dark shade, and then it shows the repositories way above. And if you see Tezos, they're kicking ass and taking names above graph, all the big names here. So it's something I was paying attention to, and it's kind of exciting. There's a big future for this project. So I'm kind of excited about that. If you want to hear more about about it. We're going to take a peek of the charts and zoom in as this is the daily. So we're continuing to create new higher lows. I'm not sure if people understand that. On the daily, we're getting it. Some volume came out, but as we did see, the volume coming in was much more significant. This is Tesso's XTC, as we just went over this on the article. But there is really big, beautiful news in the longer term effect, and I'm kind of excited because I didn't have this here. I had it somewhere around here at this 743, and now I moved it over before we went live. Kind of excited about that. The trend is your friend. But we're going to talk about how some of these prices are still going to get cheap and how some of these channels in the upward may come down. And when I say come down $5.12, that may hurt a lot of people. But there may be something that we do. Oh, excuse me. There may be something that we do that's going to show that and back that up in the future here. So hit the like and subscribe. I'm going to go over a little bit here on Bitcoin. And as Jasmy is continuing to do something here, because I was really concerned about this. So if anybody here is a big believer and a big lover of Jasmy, you're going to get excited about this. Because this was my biggest concern. And that was that. And I was going to say, oh boy, we're in trouble. Pay attention to the volume, pay attention to the indicators, and I'm going, oh no. But if you look at this, this is high volatile waves, and it's looking like we got that rejected M. And that rejected M is big, because if you get it, it would go like that. And now we're not getting that, so please get that out of your mind. I do not see that as the falling wedge here. We're starting to break through. We're starting to consolidate straight here across. Sideways action is very good. So get this out of your mind, please. As it can always happen, but what do I see? Well, I do see an upward W forming. Kind of excited about it. I'm not sure if you do, but this is a big as W forming. And that's what I'm talking about, and I'm going to help you understand and see maybe a little better through here. But that's the trend is your friend type situation. And I'm trying to show you this. This is just Coinbase, why there's not a lot of life on it. So pay attention to all that. That's really important. We're going to go over the EMA in just a second. And if you pick one for your choice, we'll go over it, as this is not financial advice. This is just my strategy. So if you do like this stuff, and you see at the peak here of resistance, we hit pretty strong. We fell down. We'll see if we're getting a dead cat bounce, or will we remain bullish. I know that I took a long position here. Continue to hold somewhere up here, and we'll see what happens. I don't believe we'll fall, because if we do, the only time of support we have is 6 cents, just about. And I'm not really excited for that, because then it comes down to 5.5 cents. So I really don't want to go to 5.5 cents. So please, let's see if we can remain bullish. We will come to you live if we do feel there's something coming in the next direction. As some of these prices here are no longer understandable here, as you see across here, we could take one of these away because it doesn't mean nothing anymore. We're currently getting some type of resistance in this little frame here. And this is the month of October here. So it's really getting stuck. It's consolidating. It may be done. It's trying to pump up. And if you ever learned anything in technical analysis, the more times you got to try to hit the resistance level of this orange line. And if you're new to the channel, we always talk about the orange line being resistance. Well, I'm trying to make this quick. Every time it hits, it's due. It's like getting a phone number, right? You ask her 50 times. Eventually, if she doesn't punch you in the face and kick you Bruce Lee to the face, right? This is a kick to the face, and we came down, sold profits up here. So the smart money took profits, as I'm one of the smart money, and I hope you did as well. We sold almost out at this price, held a very small amount of shares, and now looking to come test back up to the meat of the candles and see eventually what's going to happen. We're going to keep testing. It's Jasmy. If anyone's interested, we're going to keep testing. And what's going to happen? You're eventually going to break through. Eventually, it's going to break through. You can't just keep touching, and then nothing's going to happen. So eventually, it's going to break through. That's what I wanted to tell you on Jasmy. It's very important. Pay attention to the level of the 9 cents. I will be taking profits at that level, maybe only 50-40% in total as I go up to this price. I wanted you to pay attention to that. So any other altcoin? Good morning, Hugh. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Arnold. Good morning, RJ. Jasmy, whoop, whoop. Got my bags packed. Very exciting. Good morning, Pete Jersey in the house. Yeah, where we pump our fist and not our gas, right? New York, right? New York. I love New York. Can't wait to see TKO Fitness over in New York. I'm going to surprise him. New York is my home where I miss and love. But we're going to get that upward W, so no enough talking about that. We got some Cardano news. Crypto market total cap. I say that backwards. We're at 227. So like I said, so this is the big part of the video. So we're going to end it with the whole talk of what the video was about this morning. If you caught my video this morning, we were talking about this morning about how we were going to linger in the 50s. Good morning, Gary. We're going to linger somewhere in the 50s, and I'm going to show you on this chart here and what's been happening on Bitcoin and why I believe that the 48,000 level somewhere here is going to show me some issues. But believe it's a good issue. If you see right about there. Right there. So 48.9, right about there. I'm going to make this a big deal, and I want people to understand that there's a good chance that we could fall. Now, the thing is if we do that, that's significantly keeping us bullish. But the problem is we would need to absolutely come back. That would be an issue. As you see, look at the high volatile waves. If you see, and I take this, we've actually done this exactly already. So, wow. I'm actually a really strong believer in this now as I'm looking at that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like this stuff, you're out of your mind. This is really exciting. I just did that out of nowhere and seen that. I was either hoping we would find sideways action and get the altcoins to blast through and hopefully get this sideways momentum. But if we don't get that, we don't get some type of fight, I'm going to look at the indicators and see where we're at. Look at the EMA first and see where this takes us because it's kind of important to see where we're really going. And yes, okay, I see the trend line. I see this ascending channel. It's a really nice ascending channel. We are above the EMA exponential moving average. But, if I zoom in a little more and take a peek of what's really happening, if you pay attention definitely to mention my ribbon is getting tight. And what did my Wall Street Pete followers know from Wall Street teaching you? When my ribbon gets tight, there's a slight price action on its way. And now if I were to look at the last time I came down and touched the meat of my EMA, let's see what we did. The last time we came down and touched the middle of my EMA when it started getting tight, well, we came down. And we took a 40,000 hit. And that's what I'm starting to pay attention to. So I'm really worried about that. And when was that? That was back in September 7th. So if anybody was wondering. And then we did it again on the 20th. So in September, we did it. So listen, we went over my video last night on Bitcoin. And we talked about how Bitcoin's month was 29%. Well, guess what? That 29% kissed that goodbye. And you got to really start paying attention. And maybe it's me to help you pay attention to this. So I hope you like it. I hope you understand this. But as we zoom in, when in doubt, pay attention to the month. Without a doubt, we're going to stay strong. And if you hit the 49, as I said, what are we doing? Well, we're still bullish. Very, very still bullish. If you see this here, nothing to worry about. We'll finish above that. We'll finish 29%. 29% up. And if you don't believe me, we will. Don't believe me, just watch. Bum, 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 bum. And this is the Wall Street Pete Sicto Crypto Show. I hope you enjoy it. I'm like your cup of coffee in the morning. And we will finish 29% up in the month of October. So I want you to understand that no matter what happens here, even if we do retrace, and that's all that is. We were there last night. We were happy as hell. Everybody's all happy and giggly, and that was wonderful. And if you didn't watch that video, then you need to go watch it because the 45% growth, 45.7 in the November and the December month, they're coming. And there's a bigger one in December, and you can't wait to find out where December takes us. As we told you, we would come up to above 100,000 in Bitcoin. And I don't want to say don't believe me, just watch again because it's going to be insane. So pay attention to the levels and everything we speak of on the Bitcoin price as we zoom back out when in doubt. If you know what I mean, we're on this channel and on the scene. So if you see the ribbons and you're starting to learn the EMA exponential moving average, it's filtered in with the Bollinger Bands. And the Bollinger Bands get big here, and they're coming in for a tight move when we got some. So pay attention to that. Like I said, the red band's going to flip. On the 4-hourly, we've been hourly October 1st. If you've noticed, this trend going up has started since October 1st. So pay attention to that. Since October 1st, that's the 29% we got up here at the 57.5. Kind of important. I don't want to linger this video on forever and ever, but I do have to fix the title to Tesos. Put that in there. That's really important. But see the trend going on. I believe we could get a nice pull up here. And what I'm going to do next is go to the relative strength index chart, and then maybe go to one more. We need to add something here. The Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. And there it is. Bitcoin dominance. Let's see if we can get that bad boy up. All right, so the Bitcoin dominance has done nothing but spike up, and I'm kind of excited about that because that's big, even though the price has been going down. To be in the 50s, above the 50 in the Bitcoin dominance is huge, so pay attention to that, as I just said. So look, we may get a pull down here, all the way down to there, and I said that, but do remember we will finish about 29% up on the month, and it is only the 13th, so we have 2 weeks of stress coming down in that lip. I do love this lip. Come right into, look at us coming right into the end of October, so to show you, this may actually hit exactly as I predicted. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Anybody in the comments section have anything? Let's see what's going on. I'm going to look on my list here real quick. Pay attention. Matic is at $1.19. That's a steal. We can even do it this way if you'd like. Let's see what's on the cheap. Cardano. Cardano's going to play around the 193, $2 level. So if it does come down there, you know it's coming back to the 220, 230 levels. So it's kind of nice to see that the 24-hour volume is about 3.3 billion. Looking over XRP, that's definitely on the cheap, hovering around $1. You already know that. Same thing, 3.5, almost 3.6. Solana. Solana, I love that coin. I just want to go over a few of these things before we go. I hope you have a wonderful day, even though as we're getting ready to leave, you should still pay attention. Polkadot, we talked about some of the levels on Polkadot. Pay attention, as $35 is a huge resistance level, approaching the 1.9 billion in volume currently in the 24-hour time frame. Market cap's looking about 34. So that's pretty good. Look at Solana at the 144 level. Look for it to touch back. I got some sales at 170. So if it comes to 170, you may want to get rid of some Solana. The fees are cheap. I do love that. And I'm looking at Dogecoin doing nothing. No surprise there. Everybody's money is dead there. Very big disappointment, as Shiba Inu is starting to hit the market cap, coming in at the 17, right in at a lucky number. So pay attention to Shiba Inu, looking to maybe consolidate a little long there. We'll go to it. We'll pay attention, as I can tell you. This ribbon going up, the red side flip, the band, it's always bearish. Bullish, excuse me, but when it does flip and the band does get tighter, if it does get tighter and it does begin to come down, like I said, you may see the 200 level somewhere in there, so pay attention to that. That's a huge number for me to get back into the Shiba Inu as a dollar cost average in. So we'll talk a little bit about Shiba as it's moving on its way up to the top 17 in market cap. Whew, I did not see that. I wish I could talk to Mr. Elon about how much he holds. But pay attention to the EMA ribbon, and I want to show you this. This is the 4-hourly, and the EMA ribbon has yet to fall through the meat of the ribbon, which would get you to the 2,500. That's my number one, excuse me. So you want to know about the number one price? We're talking silly right here. Please ignore that. The 2,500, excuse me, as I see this, because sometimes the mess is in the way. And let me get this mess out of the way, as I'm predicting it almost perfect. It's annoying, but there it is, the upward W. We didn't get exactly where we want, so continue hopefully here. On the daily, that's what it'll show you, and this is just Shiba Inu. We had a couple days down, and we'll go a couple days back up, or 1 day. So let's see what's happening. If we get a double top formation, we can't break through this. You already know Shiba Inu is going to be slack-a-lack-a-dack in here. This is Shiba Inu, so I'm going to add this in pesos to the analysis on here. And we're looking at the daily chart on this, and the daily chart is showing a nice little arch. But what's happening is when I do get that, I get some sideways boring action. I do get people to continue to buy in. They're hearing about it. They're hearing more and more. Maybe they're watching this show. Maybe they watch the videos. People are putting their money in. Maybe they're watching other shows. They're hearing about it. And now they're starting to get in. And as you see, the volume's been coming down day after day after day. It's way overdue for either the volume to come back in or for us to get this downward momentum. And we're going to start getting a dead cat bounce on the daily. So you can either take advantage of these waves, 2,500 if we get there, and then slowly fooling around, maybe not even there, excuse me. That may be just the arch to come down and do this. So pay attention to these levels, 2,200 in the 2,400 level. I'm looking for something like that. I would turn it red just to be color coordinated, right? Red is bad, stop. Green is good, go up, as we do on this channel. We try to make some type of sense, as, you know, some of us may never make sense, excuse us, but this may be Chinese to all of you, and I'm very sorry. But this is the upward trend. The trend is your friend. Looking at the volume, looking at the relative strength index on the daily, we're pretty high. So it is fair to say that on the daily, if we continue to proceed down, it's not the end of the world. The trend is your friend. Well, the trend just started on the daily for Shiba. And if it does, it continues to go right there. So if you want to stop it, you can stop it right there on the RSI level of 61. Not a big deal. I know you don't know what the hell that means either. No big deal. But it's just a level. I like to trade in between the 70 and the 30. That's my favorite to trade into. I keep doing the same shiznick. Right there, the 30 and the 70. It's my favorite to trade in. When I'm up here, obviously, I like to go down. And when I'm down here, I like to buy. It doesn't always work. So please don't say, oh, Wall Street Pete taught me that and it works. No, 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 no. This will never always be the case. As you see here, if you bought here, you're really upset. It went all the way through. You might have shit yourself. I mean, if you sold here on this 63, as you thought it would have went down right to the 30. So it doesn't always work. But we are seeing the trend as your friend. So there's a big possibility we either test back, fake you, and come down with a dead cat bounce. I do see that before we start going back up, and that may be exactly what I'm showing you here on this chart. You may actually see this, and then what is it really ultimately doing? Pretend that's not there. I hate when I say that because it is there. And what is that's an upward W, getting ready to begin. So that's just Shiba Inu. It's always going to take a ticker bounce down before it goes back up, unless the FOMOing comes in so hardcore and you're on here looking and like you said, okay, 3.5, 3.6 volume and Shiba Inu at 17, and then all of a sudden you see it go to 10 billion. Then you already have an idea like, holy shit, 11 million. 11 billion market cap versus 10 billion in the last 24-hour time frame. That would get me something going nuts. So if you want to go back to the video, pay attention. We're creating new higher lows. Why do I always say that? We're creating new lower highs as we're continuing to create new lower highs. All right? Now, I always say this backwards. See, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, let me go get Yoda out. See Yoda in the background? We always say that. So we're continuing to create higher lows right now. So this low is a higher low. So every time it goes on a low for us, it's still higher than the last low. Thank you. So sorry about that. Dyslexic Wall Street Pete. Sometimes we have dyslexic days. We laugh about it. So long story short, though, we're looking to touch down at this base. And as you see right here, these two were last resistance. So I just really didn't get to talk much about Tesos XTZ, if anyone is interested in that. So this right here, you see the resistance. It's pretty clear onto the hour of the tip at $7. What we expect? Well, we expect another touch up of here at the 870. That's where you're looking at the top. So 870, you're looking to go, and I'm just going to do one last before I go. And Bitcoin's got to steal the show, of course. We're going to come down to that 48,000, I'm pretty sure, and it's pretty scary. Right here, if we get a double top, you better expect your badass right there. Ascending channel, rising wedge to start getting the bearish momentum that it's supposed to get. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but there's levels and support levels above only about here where I believe at $6.15 that it may hold. I don't really believe or see anything stronger than that. So if you do, let me know in the comments section. But I'll tell you right now, somewhere around this 615, 610, I'm looking to see that Tesos is going to kick your ass. So if you don't take profits there, you're really going to be hurt. Bitcoin is such a fickle mistress right now. Not for me. If you really want to see what's going on there, I'm going to go over it right now. We're going to end this video, but please hit the like button. It's very important. I'm trying to get the likes to an all-time high, and it's really hard to do, but we're going to go with Bitcoin and end the show right here with Bitcoin. I have to do it right now, as Bitcoin is getting something right now to test us back to the lip. And you know what I think it's going to do? I think it's going to take us to 51,000 and then touch through right here to 50. So if you really want to know Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto, I strongly believe that this is going to happen. And I'm not going to go nuts. I'm going to end it with this, and you're going to find out what I believe is going to happen here. I believe we're going to get the 38 pullback on the Fibonacci level. And I do believe that right here at this price, I do believe this exact price, excuse me, and I'm going to make it a different color. Let's go gray because it's a Fibonacci sequence. And let's see if I could shorten it. I do strongly believe that this right here is something that we're going to be able to flirt with. I'm telling you right now, I know this is just my opinion from this here. There's some TA involved, yes. But I do believe that that price right there, and I'm going to get rid of this because it's annoying me seeing it, right there, that's where we're going. So if you're interested in where Bitcoin may proceed on the price, I'm going to get rid of the EMA because the EMA showed me what I needed it to do already. And I want you to really zoom in, and I really want you to get your head set up on this. This is what's happening. And as I'm doing this, I'm reaching for my phone so I can make a trade because it's kind of funny, but that's what's happening to everybody. It does it to you. It will get you every single time. And what I'm doing is going to my portfolio here and selling a little bit of my Bitcoin. May take a short position when I get off here. It's that real. And I do believe that 51 is in the cards here. And what may happen is get a dead cat bounce or this loop straight through. And that's what's going to take a lot of people. And, oh, is it over? Is it over? And the world's going to go crazy. And they're not going to understand that we're going to be creating new higher lows, as I fucked up before. So new higher lows, they're higher lows than the lower lows before. So that's what you pay attention to, definitely. And this is Bitcoin. If anyone's paying attention, it's the daily. Each candle, if you didn't know what each candle was, why it's this big long one, that means that the price on this day right here, look, September 7th, 2021, we went all the way from 52,007. So that day on the 7th of September, 52,700 was a problem. And in that same day, that mother effer went all the way down to 42.7. So if you saw that big drop and you saw that it said 10K goodbye that day, you're understanding what's going on in this volatile market. And that's an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the daily. I'm telling you right now, I'm wrong. That's the shoulder. This is the head. I didn't see when you zoom out, you really get a more in-depth picture. This 1,000%, and I'm going to show you right now, this is what's happening on Bitcoin. And I'm now going to tell you, I am so confident on this. This is the inverted head coming for you. 1, 2, Bitcoin's reversal is coming for you. 2, 3's gonna kick it to you. 5, 6 gonna pick up sticks. And then we're gonna go back to the inverted head and shoulders pattern, and we're gonna be okay somewhere in here, I believe, which is that 48. So the more and more I look at this and the more and more I understand, I'm starting to believe that we are actually going to hit that 49, and that sucks. Man. But like I said, it's just annoying because you know what it is? You get to accumulate more Bitcoin. Ooh. It just gets very tiresome. But ladies and gentlemen, if you pay attention to the inverted head and shoulders pattern, this is the inverted, right? The bullish, excuse me. Now, this is the shoulder on the next method up, and it might be really here to see it better. The shoulder. So now what do you get here? The inverted, right? Confirming that we're good. And now if you really start zooming in, and if you get this crap out of the way, as I'm trying to do, because I got a million damn things, I'm starting to look at it all, and it's starting to show me that this is now the top of what we're getting currently. And now this is the head. So what you're going to receive now is basically a dead cat bounce kind of thing. It's going to start either FOMOing out hard, or it's like this big dip here on the green line. This is Bitcoin, if anyone's interested. Now, you see it's already test down to the 54, and we're pumping up because we're trying to see what's happening. Unfortunately, the smart money sold here, and whatever this price was at the 57, well, we've already touched it too many times and got rejected. So now we're going to get a little tap down, unfortunately. And that's what's happening, and the FOMO is going to come out, and maybe we come into a bullish weekend. I'm not sure. But I know that today's Wednesday hump day, and it's going to be a fucking hump. Excuse my French. I'm not happy. But what I'm trying to tell you here is if this is the head, and then down here will become the shoulder, we're still very, very bullish. So we're going to be bullish onto this line right here of 48.9, 49,000. And if you want to take a long position, I'm starting to believe now that's what we're going to receive. Let's see where we are. And damn, yes, ladies and gentlemen, confirmation for me. I don't know about you, but I'm going to see this confirmation, and that's what's going to take me to where I need to go. 1,000% for me. I'm not a registered financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. This is just my strategy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the green. I'm going to see this price down here somewhere to the 49,000. Bitcoin's then either going to create an inverted head and shoulders pattern down here where I have circled, or we're really going to pump up sooner because I can't see how we're really going to get hurt here. So I'm going to take a white circle and then we're going to go because I really have been spending too long on this. But if you pay attention, definitely to mention yellow circle, everything that's white, I'm trying to show you an inverted head and shoulders pattern forming. And what is this yellow? Let's go green because green is very important. It's up. So there's your two scenarios. Scenario 1, scenario 2. And I'm scared to even say, holy cow, 47, 270. If I was right about that, then you're going to go bananas. But I do hope that those 3 levels, as I just talked about, are definitely real as steel. That hurts. But do you remember any talk? Do you remember any talk I've ever had? This is the daily. Remember my talk of what I used to say? You cannot come down in this gray area and die through here. So this is the worst case, which we're not going to see because Bitcoin has been adopted so strong that I will never see that. So you don't even really want to talk about it. But the $43,000 level would really prop some people's heads. And that would be at the point to where I'm saying it's manipulation. So I really hope that we don't get that manipulative kind of thing. But there is nothing ever out of the ordinary or out of the possibility. So please don't say never ever can something happen. So as I'm really looking at it, maybe it is. No, right there. So yeah, it is the 43. So if you look at that down below, there is a 43 action somewhere in the cards as a possibility. We're just going over possibilities. But these are my 2 strong ones. We talked about 51. If the FOMO is real and does stay strong, we can get that. My personal favorites is the 49 one. And now apparently we're looking at the 47. So that kind of scares the living you-know-what out of me. So those are the 3 levels. Pay attention. It's really strong. It's really important. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not saying that this is definitely happening. This is just my strategy level. This is my chart technical. It's a mess. And as I do it over and over, I probably just show too much over and over the same stuff. But I'm trying to show you inverted head and shoulders patterns and how they're created. Look, shoulder, shoulder, even on this one. This here becomes the bullish one. So we're just going over the same stuff. I'm just trying to bat it into your head because I see it and I'm excited. But the only bad part is there's a fall here coming. So unfortunately, there's a healthy fall coming through before we're getting this high action wave up. And if you're wondering who the hell I am, I'm Wall Street Pete, Sicto in crypto. And if you want to know how to make Sicto in crypto, I used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. New York, do-do-do-do-do. I'm coming to you. Yeah, it's New York, baby. New York! I love New York, baby. It's up to you to do New York. So, Jasmy, yes, pay attention. Definitely to mention on that. Wall Street Pete, just a gentleman in the street. Used to be in the street, shit, for Christ's sake. I slept in a couple nights in my car. I've slept a couple weeks. I've even had a friend pull me out of my car. I've been around all these people. I love every single one of them that I talk about through here. I used to work on the NYMEX Mercantile Exchange building. It's now the Van Gogh Art Museum. Could you imagine? Oh, it drives me crazy. I can't believe that the museum is gone. I used to have drinks on the 10th floor with brokers. They used to buy me drinks. We used to buy each other drinks. We used to have so much fun. We used to talk about what's going to happen next, what's going to go on. I got some stuff for you coming next soon. If you want to talk about some pictures of some crazy shit, we used to hang. We used to have trading jackets, and I'm trying to order one, but they're on back order. I want to get my trading jacket I used to wear with the holes and the fishnets in the back. We used to hang paper clips with Christmas trees and shit during the holidays to keep us in the holiday spirit. We used to work here. There was no windows. You would never know if a plane was coming. This was after 9/11. It was a pretty wild place to live, and I'm here now reliving it with all of you. So if you could share this to a friend, a gentleman who actually used to do this stuff for a living and actually watch the best of the best trade, I would love for some of them to come on. So if you're someone who's watching my channel and you are struggling right now, because a lot of these people are struggling. They don't know crypto. They don't know. They know NYMEX. They know futures, contracts. They know things of that nature. So if you know anybody, they're struggling and you're having a hard time, please comment on my channel. Please comment and say, hey, Pete, I used to work with you, and maybe we'll connect. But don't try no scamming stuff. I'm going to know you're a bullshitter right away. I'm going to ask your badge name. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. So if you don't know the answer and you're not ready, don't even bother. But I want to find out. I want to talk to some of you. I want to bring some of you on the show. I want to bring you on here. I want to talk about one-on-one, what used to happen, what we used to do legally, illegally, if you want to talk about it. But I want to bring someone on. I want to talk about this. So if you know anybody, if you're watching this, Regis, anybody, Eugene, anybody watching my show, George, anybody, I used to say Al, rest in peace, Al. Anybody, you want to come on my show? We were a big family here, and obviously we wouldn't make it today with masks on. There's no way in hell that this would exist, the open outcry market. We made the market, and you would call us to put in an order on the crypto if it would possibly have happened. You probably would have had crypto signs up here. That would have been next. Who the hell knows? But Wall Street Pete Sicto and crypto, this is the gentleman you follow, yo. And I'm telling you right now, we've been making good money. We've been doing pretty good, but this is my strategy. So please, it's very volatile. It's very, very volatile. You could lose your shirt. So please don't trade on emotion. If you want to learn how to start trading and you're brand new and you hit the like and subscribe and you hit the bell notification, go back to my tips. It's on the front page of my channel. It's the top 5 tips on how to accumulate Bitcoin, and start learning how to do that first. This way you won't get into an altcoin, and when the altcoin goes from 10 cents all the way to 5, you just lost half of your 1,000. You're looking at 500. You're out of here. You're packing your bags. Now you're going back to work, and you're like, crypto sucks. And I don't want nobody to do that, because that's happened to a couple friends of mine. So you got to understand there's a good time to buy, there's a bad time to buy. And chasing green candles, that's not a good time. So usually when a lot of people are saying it's going up more and more and more and more, pay attention. We might be going down, 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 down. And those are the levels we talked about. So without further ado, have a great day. Wall Street Pete Sicto in crypto. Love you all. Peace in and peace out. And we'll be as active as we can with this market as it's moving along. Take care.